Welcome to COB, Conversations on the Business of Brands with Sudeep Chawla and Sharan Raghavan.
We've been talking about brands and how everybody needs to invest into them. Now, today you've taken a topic which is almost completely contrary to what we and sometimes rather more often than not you say all the time. What happened? What has led to this drastic choice?
No drastic choices, yeah. So the whole point is I see a lot of businesses that operate really well and they never really create long-term value because they don't build a brand. That's pretty much the reason why I even started Vitru. However, there's been a rise on the other extreme where there are entrepreneurs who get a really nice logo designed, they kind of get some jazzy packaging done, they declare themselves a brand, and they kind of drive sales with performance marketing. But they very, very rarely make any money.
So if they are investing into branding, building a brand, and that's a great way towards profitability, why are these guys not making any money?
A lot of marketing people will be interested to say they're not investing in marketing, right? Because a lot of us say you must invest in marketing. But we also turn around and say, we don't know which half of the money you invested in marketing is going to waste, because 50% always goes to waste. So the marketing investments become a bit of a problem there.
Okay, so fair. We all know that marketing is not a revenue function.
Precisely.
Marketing is a cost, for sure. So therefore, when you say your topic is brands are neither assets nor investments, that is why you're saying that, because marketing is a cost, so therefore you're saying brand is not an asset?
Pretty much, in the sense that I've always had my thoughts about it, right? So when I tell people to build a brand, they kind of equate it to marketing money. And they say, I'm not getting my returns on the, how much will I get back for whatever I put into marketing? So this question forces us to talk about marketing as an asset or an investment. And I've always thought about it, but there was this article I read on the Marketing Week by this person called Jonathan Knowles. I didn't know who he was. I looked him up. I even kind of reached out to him on LinkedIn to understand this a little better. So he wrote an article which says, brand is not an asset, but a fuel, is an accelerator to business. So what he does is that he cites a study in his article where they integrate BAV, which is your brand asset valuator, and your economic value added data together.
Interesting. Brand value on one side and economic value on the other side.
Right.
Okay. Sounds like a very interesting and a very comprehensive framework. Okay, go ahead.
So the study kind of created a 2x2 grid showing the impact of brand strength for simplicity and the operational efficiency on the other axis.
Brand strength and operational efficiency. So brand strength, we all understand. Brand strength is the ability of a brand to create the pull, create demand, and possibly even create the ability to charge premium, for the value that it delivers to the consumer. Understood?
Yes.
What is operational efficiency?
Simply put, operational efficiency is the business's ability to service the category's demand profitably.
Service the category's demand profitably. Okay, fair. So it's the operational efficiency of a company. Understood. Okay, so let's go back to the grid. What does it say?
Sure. You have brand strength on the y-axis, and then you have your operational efficiency on the x-axis. Split them into 4 quadrants. I'll put the link in the show notes so it's easier for people to look at. So as we're talking, let's say there is one company which is not very operationally efficient and is low on brand strength. So that will be in the 3rd quadrant. That's the bottom left quadrant. And let's call that X, or say 1, value of 1. What the study says is that after having looked at a large number of companies, when an operationally inefficient business builds a brand, the business value goes up to 1.3.
So there's a 30% increment that any company can experience if they build a brand.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Any company.
Okay. However inefficient their operations are.
Yes.
Okay. Fair. Yeah. So
And
this seems
hmm.
interesting, but seems fair also. Okay. Go on.
So, however, that's not really the only plus side.
Hmm.
Say there is a company that is operationally efficient and manages to be super operationally efficient without building anything on the brand front. It automatically doubles its business value.
Oh, wow. So improvement in operational efficiency has a significantly larger impact on, the overall value or revenue, etc. of a company than the impact a brand has on an inefficient company.
Absolutely. Just by never building a brand and being a super efficient business, you can double your business.
Okay. Okay. So understood. So therefore, what you're saying is that uh, being operationally efficient is very, very critical.
Yes.
Just building a brand might not be enough.
Yes, but that's not even the clincher. Companies that are operationally efficient, that basically have managed to move from the third quadrant to the fourth quadrant, and the companies that have building a brand, if they kind of manage to do both and reach the fourth quadrant, their business value becomes 3. That is 3 times the original.
Oh, interesting. So what you're saying is that uh, so in the first stage you said that increasing operational efficiency and becoming highly operationally efficient can make your revenue double, and then
Correct.
if you top it up with brand building, it can make the revenue triple.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So these look
And
like cumulative operations.
precisely the point, because this just tells us that strong brands need strong business operations to thrive. You can't just build a brand without great operations.
Hmm. Hmm. And and the definition of the operation, I like the definition that you put up. You said it is not just about servicing demand, it is about servicing demand profitably.
Yes. And that's pretty much goes back to the first question you asked. Why do these brands that have sprung up in recent years don't make money, right? This is precisely why they don't make money. On one hand, they aren't focused on maximizing distribution to reach as many consumers as possible. And on the other hand, I mean, it's rude to call it a shortcut, but what the hell? I still call it a shortcut. They try and get themselves listed in modern trade and quick commerce platforms at almost suicidal terms. I was talking to an entrepreneur who got his brand listed at 45% retailer margin with a quick
Hmm.
commerce platform. And this is almost suicidal. And this says even in the long term, they're only going to lose money. And okay, I have a question. When this happens to a brand, which quadrant do you think they'll fall into?
So I think most of them are inefficient and they're trying to build a brand. So they would possibly in quadrant 2 or quadrant 3 at best.
Pretty well. I'd still put all of them in quadrant 3. So this pretty much means that we need to reframe the discussion about brand building, right? Because it's not just about creating a brand. It's not just about creating a good looking thing, but it's about what is the power you're giving it to multiply in value.
So I would say that possibly therefore it needs two parallel discussions. Brand building can give you 30 to 50% fillip depending on which quadrant you are in.
Hmm.
But what remains essential is your ability to service demand profitability.
Absolutely. I think that's perfectly put, because brands should be viewed as assets that will enhance the overall value of the business. And they're not about making cool logos, viral ads, and marketing guys feeling good about themselves. It should be treated as a fuel that drives growth and therefore adds value to the business.
Excellent. No, I think it's a terrific perspective for any entrepreneur. And the marketeers therefore can view their role more holistically, to possibly understand that not only are they supposed to create demand, but they're also supposed to innovate and help the company create efficiencies which will service that demand in a profitable manner, thereby giving them the best return on investment that they put behind brand building.
Absolutely. And
Excellent.
it's about building a brand, is about understanding how much it can do for you and understanding that it is a very, very critical piece of the puzzle, but it's not the only element that's going to give you the full picture.
Excellent. No, I think this is a brilliant point. And so therefore what you're saying is brands are not just assets, not just investments, they're actually accelerators.
Right.
Yeah. Build greatly efficient operations and brand will become excellent accelerators for the business, thereby creating maximum revenue or ROI for any investment that you make.
Absolutely.
Great. Excellent. I love this. Love this particular topic and the way it has turned out. Thank you very much, Sharan, for this.
Thank you, Sudeep.
And I'm sure our listeners would benefit greatly from it. And if you don't understand it still, please feel free to drop a comment or you can reach out to any of us on LinkedIn. We'll be very happy to contribute in any way we can.
Thank you for listening to COB, Conversations on the Business of Brands with Sudeep Chawla and Sharavana Raghavan. Subscribe and learn more at cobcast.net. That's COBBCAST.net.